What is up, YouTube? This is Ender from War and Glory, bringing you our latest recap. This is our Week 2 matchup of the Invite League with Tactical Inc., our friends from the CWL. Like I said in our last recap, we would bounce back strong after that Week 1 loss. Couple adjustments made in our strategy, a lot of practice midweek, and we did come out firing, getting an 11v11 triple, 4 10v10s, clearing the 9s with our 9s, and having our 9s provide 11 scouts. So, starting with our 9s giving us that many scouts really led to some great 10v10 attacks. Towards the end of war, it was pretty locked up with a W for us, so instead of focusing on more 11v10 dips, we did go for 2 11v11 attacks and did get 1 triple up there. That goes to Vincent. Also going to shout out to Vincent for just having some monster defenses. Soaked 8 attacks. 2 of those were 11s that did get the 2-star. They were going for the triple at the end there too. But 6 attacks from 10s could not take down his base for a 2-star. So huge defense and huge offense from Vincent here. And we will start with this 11v11 triple and work our way down. So Vincent's going to start with 2 skeleton spells here in front of his suicide heroes. Those skeletons provide a little bit of extra power and distract those point defenses from his heroes. I thought it was a pretty nice touch. Does get the CC lure, has a poison for that enemy archer queen and the CC loon. Able to get that air defense down, the loon down, and will pop the hound, but his archer queen has enough to take down the majority of the pups, and we'll start that Laloon up from 12 o'clock working clockwise. Vincent does have his signature clone spell in this raid, which he uses there into that first Inferno, and hasting around clockwise, plenty of those cloned loons onto that Eagle artillery, gets that down relatively quickly, and going to haste into that last Inferno. That group of loons there will die out, but has plenty to go around, and a hound still tanking that'll pop and give him several more pups too. So as soon as that Inferno's down, there are enough loons here for that backside wizard tower to not do much damage, especially when his loons split onto 3 different defenses right there. So wizard tower not going to be a problem. Does have pups all over the base, so very impressive 11v11 triple here for Vincent. Kind of put the exclamation point on our victory here, had us feeling pretty good. But really all over the board, 9s, 10s, 11s, everybody performed. Aside from the 1 out of 2 on 11v11 attempts, our 11s were 7 out of 8 on dip attacks. So can't complain with those hit rates, not at all. And we will jump into some Town Hall 10 action. This is Tommy Boy, Garrett's Town Hall 10 account, going in on their 9. Gonna be using a Queen Walk Dragon attack. Gonna showcase 2 Dragon attacks at the Town Hall 10 level this war. At this point in the game, I think Dragons are probably my favorite attacks to watch. You're seeing them a little bit more often. But with so many Lalos going around, it's nice to see something different here. So Garrett will start with his queen at 6 o'clock. Now she's going to make her way up the base towards 3 o'clock. And Garrett is going to expend a lot of spells, a lot of troop space on that queen. But does get just massive value out of her. Does realize she's going to step into that Inferno stream, but only momentarily, so has a rage prepared for that. Going to deal with both heroes and the enemy CC at the same time. You see the queen is able to get the first 2 Teslas, and she will get the second 2 Teslas. Going to need her ability and another rage to deal with those CC and the enemy heroes at the same time. But as soon as that's down, the queen won't have really any trouble until she gets to those next 2 Teslas that are at about 4 o'clock. So she's looking good at full strength, and Garrett will start those dragons at about 8 o'clock. Easy pathing right into that first Inferno. They are going directly into a sweeper, but raged up and a decent spread on those troops, and his dragons will reach that sweeper in plenty of time. Does have a couple loons there. A heal going into those couple wizard towers is pretty crucial. Does get a rage on that queen again as she dealt with 2 more Teslas and some point defense, and is going to haste a little pack of loons at 12 o'clock. They will take out a defense and move right on to an air defense. Had the perfect amount of loons there to get it down in time. And at this point, with not many defenses left, even though there is a level 3 Inferno up, Garrett's going to have plenty of dragons to take that out. All air defenses are down. Hound soaking for 1, Queen taking 2 down in that group of loons, taking down the last one. So with 4 dragons up, a Queen near full health, that Inferno is not going to have nearly enough firepower to stop this attack. So huge triple for Garrett here, doing it with dragons. And we will move on to our next 10v10. That is Piercy coming in with a Lalo on their 13 Echo. So it looks like he's going to Suicide Heroes around 8, 9 o'clock. Going to wall break into that Wizard Tower compartment, provide a path for his Queen to take out both those Wizard Towers and that Inferno Archer Tower. Pretty crucial Wizard there at 7:30 to provide a funnel for that Queen to step up. Most oftentimes you see these raids fail is when you have a wall breaker fail, or do not properly funnel your Queen so she does not step inside to take down that Inferno. So, pretty nice funnel set there by Piercy, providing a perfect path for his Lalo to start. That is going to be around 7 o'clock, moving counterclockwise. Does have the Skelly Trap and the Rage for the enemy Queen, going to get that down right on her, and that enemy Queen will come down very quickly. As these loons path counterclockwise towards the remaining 2 air defenses. That does mean they're going to be dealing with that backside Inferno, 2 Wizard Towers down there, but Piercy is still holding on to a Rage, a Heal, and 1 more Haste. And with the amount of loons he has up, they can make quick work of that back end. Very nice placement on that freeze, getting the Archer Tower with the Inferno, and a very nice split there by his loons after taking down that Inferno, so that those Wizard Towers aren't both concentrated on 1 pack of loons. So as these remaining defenses do fall, we are going to fast forward. Plenty of time and plenty of troops to clean up the rest of the space. So props to Piercy with the 10v10 with the Suicide Lalo. Suicide Heroes Lalo. Moving on to the third 10v10, that should be Eric. This might be my favorite 10v10 attack we had this war. It's another Queen Walk Dragon attack. The Queen Walk just gets crazy, crazy value here. She's actually going to take out all 4 air defenses and then still have the ability left over to take out that Inferno at 5 o'clock. So, really, really nice plan executed perfectly here by Eric. You will notice those 4 wall breakers that he has lined up are going to be used at about 5:30 to break into that last air defense compartment to let the Queen access that Inferno. So, pretty crazy attack here. And again, these dragons are going to path very quickly onto that first Inferno at 10 o'clock with loons too. So always nice to get that taken out of very quickly. So these dragons will start coming in around 10 o'clock. Does have a decent amount of them. And that Queen really doesn't have any trouble with the rest of these defenses until her healers get in range of that last air defense. But by that time, with the ability still there, she will have plenty of health to take down a couple more defenses. Does have some loons here that he will rage up and heal, coming in at about 2 o'clock. And you do see those wall breakers letting that queen come inside. And she will use that ability to quickly take down that enemy Inferno. And Eric has plenty of dragons left up just for one remaining defense here. Not a problem. Very, very beautiful attack here. Definitely one of my favorites, but I am preferential to dragon attacks. And last but not least is Stitch with yet again another triple. Was 2% away from a 6-pack, so we almost had that 5th 10v10 on the board. He is running a Suicide Lalo attack here, wall breaking in very early, right as that Barb King is placed down. Very nice use of not hitting the Barb King ability here, just letting that Barb King die a split second before he walks into that CC range. Definitely don't want the CC being lured that early. We want to let that queen take out as many defenses as she can before there's a hound right on top of her. So beautifully done there, and creates a nice funnel. Good value for the Suicide Heroes for this Lalo to start at 11 p.m. moving clockwise. Kind of attacks this base pretty quickly and gets the majority of his loons rushing straight through the core here. Again, with 2 Skelly spells for the enemy queen. Unfortunately, that bomb tower is giving those skeleton spells trouble, but there are enough pups in the area to take out that enemy archer queen, and plenty of loons left over. Just over a dozen, it looks like. And loons all over the base, several minions to help with cleanup, and is going to put that last skeleton spell on the CC. So great war up top, 10s and 11s really killed it, but that all starts with the Town Hall 9s going in early, and none were earlier than Loki this war. So we are going to showcase Loki's attacks if I can find it. He had a 6-pack, fresh 6-pack within the first hour of this war. That's exactly what we want from our Town Hall 9 squad. Getting in early, clearing the 9s, and providing as many scouts as possible. So props to Loki here, and we are going to showcase his Suicide Hero Lalo. Going to use a haste and a couple loons at 1 o'clock to take out a cannon and an air defense, as well as luring any air targeting troops from that CC. As soon as that's done, we have an archer for the 12 o'clock hut, and heroes coming in at about 11 o'clock. Poison to help take down that baby drag and witch. And just going to use both heroes with the ability to take down that CC, and then take down a couple of these wizard towers, Teslas, any other defenses that queen can reach. And as the heroes are dying off, he will bring that Lalo in from 2 o'clock. So straight into that enemy archer queen with a max skeleton spell in the CC to help take care of her. There is that bomb tower in the area, but fortunately those loons take it out pretty quickly as they pass through the base here. So that queen is going to go down quickly. And with all 4 air defenses down and a heal for these loons left, those wizard towers are not going to provide much harm to Loki's loons here, and he will have the ammo to take out the rest of this base. So again, shout out to the War and Glory team all over the board for really bringing it this war. Pretty motivated midweek, got a lot of good practice in, a lot of good base building too, and we are ready to keep moving on forward in this direction. So look out for week 3